Okay, well, I'm in Canvas, and my name is Damian Riley, Master of Arts in English, and I'm your professor for this course, English 101. Welcome. This is for an English 101 class that is bereft of its 81 component. So we're going to kind of graft in some of the components that we need from 81, just a few. But this is a 4-unit course, not a 6-unit course, and that was established by Serrano High School, working closely with us and getting me to come on over, and I'm happy to sign up. I'm able to be your professor for this fall 2020 semester. I have studied many authors, but I think none is so humorous about people as Mark Twain. He says, "The more I learn about people, the more I like my dog." Sardonic? Maybe. True? Maybe. I think we all get frustrated with our fellow humans sometimes. But leave it to Mark Twain to put it into an enrapturing phrase like that. I have 2 buttons below the Mark Twain on the home page. One says syllabus, the other says instructor contact. These are going to be what take you to what you need to do. Okay? Now let's look at instructor contact first. It just gives a little bit of information about me. You know, it's funny. It's just every picture I take, I look bald. I don't know. It's weird, but yeah. Here's me looking bald over at my in-laws' house. I think that was on Thanksgiving of last year. So I just put a picture of me in there so you can kind of remember what I look like. And I have my degree from Cal State Fullerton. I'm very proud of that. I grew up in California. My parents met in Fullerton. I grew up in Mission Viejo, like I said. But yeah, going to Fullerton for me was huge. It was a transfer from the JC, which is like VVC, they call it a JC or community college, to the 4-year school, which was Fullerton. And I was able to make that transition, that jump, and I was able to get a BA and an MA, well, not get, work for and earn a BA and an MA in English with an emphasis on TESOL, teaching English as a second language, and language, writing, and rhetoric, a special emphasis of the master's to help students teach specifically at the community college level. So this is my contact, and it tells you how to reach me. Please use the Canvas inbox to reach me. My email's there in case you need it for some other weird reason. I don't know why I thought you might need it for some reason, but that's my email. You don't need to use it though. You need to be using the Canvas contact system, which is the inbox. That is college policy. Okay. Now here is the course syllabus. I'm just gonna go over it with you quite quickly. You can look at it at your own leisure, but there's some things in here I really want to come from the horse's mouth. The first thing, as I share with you, it's a 4-unit course. It's not 81. If you happen to see 81 come up anywhere, just ignore it. I managed to not get them all out. But most classes at the main campus have an 81 component. It's called English 81. This does not, so just be aware of that. You're still going to get an amazing 101 class, intro to language, writing, and rhetoric, but without the 81 component. Okay, I have some dates up here where we're off. Those might be interesting to you. You can transfer those to your calendar if you'd like. There is a withdrawal policy I would like you to review. There is a statement of access showing that I've gone through this and tried to make it accessible. And I'm always concerned with that. So if you have anything that you see that maybe you can't access or someone you know can't access, please tell me. I'd love to fix it. We have lots of tools these days. And then something about late assignments. Please contact me if it's going to be late. I hope it's not late, but every semester in my college teaching experience has been, has had a few lates. And some of those people contacted me and some didn't. And the people who didn't contact me, some of them got kind of surprised when they got their final grade. So as long as you keep in contact with me through Canvas in the inbox, then we shouldn't have any problems with late papers. Just little by little. You can do a little bite every night rather than trying to eat it all at the end, and you'll be fine in this class. Just talk to me and take a little bite every night. Okay, I am going to provide, I do have some objectives that I want you to look at there, and that's stuff we are going to do. So if you're going to be full game doing that stuff, you don't have anything to worry about. If you're not, and you're going to kind of decide to be late with things and not get involved in things and not do your discussions and maybe not do your papers, then you're going to have trouble passing this course, okay? I don't like to fail people, but I absolutely do it, and it's absolutely allowed in a college setting if you're not doing your work. So high school, it's also allowed, but a lot of times we'll look at it as, I taught kindergarten through fifth, different grades in there for 20 years. So I know how it works with the little guys, and I know how it works for the high school as well. This is different. This is college. You're signing on to do something. This is what I'm expecting of you. Here's my course objectives. If you're willing to jump in and work with me, and hey, you know what? It's going to be fun. We're going to talk about so many cool writers. And we're going to talk about the most cool writer of all, you. And I'm going to help you make your points. Okay, class email is mandatory. Check your email daily, maybe twice daily. And don't forget to check your class email. And to do threaded discussions with me or other students is totally allowed as well. So these are our SLOs come next. They are required to be on the syllabus, and they are right there. That stands for Student Learning Outcomes. And that's what we want to see from my students by the end of the year and throughout the year. Attendance policy is there. I think after 2 sessions, I can drop you, but I will be in contact with you if you have 2 absences. Try to keep it to 2 absences. That's all I'm going to say. If you have something worse than that, then this isn't the high school. This is the college. So I have to go by my policy there, and I will drop people who are absent a lot, okay? How many is going to depend on how much you communicate with me and how good your excuse is. This is the big time. This is adulthood. You guys are all in it, and so I'm going to expect a little more than you might think a high school teacher would expect. I'm not a high school teacher. I'm a college professor, and I'm here to help you rise to the occasion and get your credits for English 101. That's my whole purpose. And make it fun. Below that, you see the modules. Now, the modules are bare bones right there, the assignments actually. But the modules are a lot. There's a lot in the modules, and that's where you should pretty much start out when you're looking what you're supposed to be doing. So let me bring up the modules. If you look on the home page, I believe I put a link. No, I did not. Okay. It says all over it, though, to go to the modules. So go to the modules, and you'll see you only have, I have other choices here because I can see everything. But I've only brought you guys in to collaborate and do these particular links. Homepage, announcements, grades, syllabus, modules, and Confer Zoom. We'll be doing some Zoom classes in here. Okay, so that's about it. I want to be accessible to you. I want you to be able to make contact with me through the inbox, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I do have a fairly busy life. I have 2 different teaching jobs, but I'll get back to you quickly, and I'm really passionate about this particular job, and I love teaching college. I think if you talk to any of my students I've had in the past year, they can attest to the fact that I love what I do. And when somebody loves what they do, they should be easy to approach. So go ahead, approach me. If it gets to be a situation where I'm having too many people ask questions all the time, then I'll let the whole class know, either in this format or on an email. And then watch for your announcements. I'm going to put about probably an announcement a week up there, and you can find those in the announcements, which is right here. And you'll see, I think it's about fleshed out. This is the test of the announcement. So that was an announcement I put in there so you can see. The other ones are announcements from other classes, so I need to just delete those out. But definitely check your announcements and once a week, and check your modules more often, like once a day probably. And let's go to modules real quick, and that's where we'll end. so there's week 1. You can see the different things. You've got a lecture here that you're getting now. You've got a discussion that you're going to dig into right after watching this. And it's the second thing on your modules, okay? You should be able to go through all the things in the modules here with this next. So you're going to read something about using sources and do your discussion, okay? So now you're starting your discussion, you do your discussion, you turn in your discussion, and then you're going to talk about thesis statements, okay? And that'll be part of our original learning process, is to learn how to start a paper with a thesis statement. So that's basically it. I hope you look around a little bit, kind of get an idea for it. I've tried to make it very granular in the modules so you can see everything I'm expecting. And it does change sometimes. So make sure, just because you saw it one way one day, make sure you check it again for the week that we're on so that you're doing all the right things. But other than that, I will see you in class on the next video, on Zoom, or who knows where you'll find me. Maybe over buying ice cream.